Today in this very special segment, I want to tell you a story, a real story that has been circulating in Indian communities for a while now. And we are sharing it today because in 2026, with ICE expanding airport enforcement across America, these exact mistakes are more dangerous than ever before. A man from Gujarat with valid US visitor visa flew all the way to Chicago International Airport. He answered the officer's questions and within hours, his visa was revoked. He was put on the next flight back to India. So what exactly happened? What question the officers asked and what every Indian must know before they ever travel to America? This is Ego's Global and let's talk about this story. So a gentleman from Gujarat, we're not sharing his name, he bought a ticket to America, got a valid B1, B2 visitor visa, packed his bags, flew 15 to 16 hours and landed at Chicago International Airport, one of the busiest airports in America, and walked up to the immigration counter, smiling and confident and ready to start his American journey. The officer looked at his passport, looked at his visa and started asking routine questions. Where are you staying? How long are you visiting? What are your plans? Standard stuff. The kind of questions that every visitors get asked. And then the officer asked one specific question. A question that this man was not prepared for and everything fell apart. Let's talk about the question that changed everything. The officer asked, "Do you have any relatives or any friends already living in America?" It was a simple question, right? But here is the problem. The man said yes to this question. He said he had a family in America and then the officer followed up. He asked, "Are you planning to stay with them?" And the man who had rehearsed his answers started giving inconsistent answers. First he said that he was staying at a hotel. Then he mentioned his family. Then he could not produce a confirmed hotel booking. Then he could not even give a clear return date. Each answer creating more suspicion. Each answer digging a deeper hole. Experienced immigration officers who do this every single day are trained to notice exactly this. The slight hesitation, the inconsistent story, the answers that suddenly stop making sense. Now here is what happened next. His passport was placed in a red folder. That is the signal, and red folder means you are going for secondary inspection. For secondary inspection, you got the separate room where CBP officers have full legal authority to search every bag, to unlock every electronic device, to go through every message, every email, every photo, every contact. They found very casual messages on his phone, conversations with relatives in America that suggested that he had plans beyond a short vacation. Under US immigration law, entering on a visitor visa while intending to stay permanently is a violation. Combined with the inconsistent answers and no hotel booking, the officer had enough. The visa was revoked on the spot and within hours, he was on a flight back to India. So why this matters more in 2026? In 2026, the enforcement environment at US airports has changed dramatically. ICE officers are now deployed at airports across America, not just at international arrival gates, but at domestic departure gates, at check-in counters, at arrival areas. ICE is everywhere at the airport. The State Department has already revoked more than 1 lakh visa since Trump returned to office. CBP officers now have significantly wider discretion to ask more questions, to probe deeper, to revoke visas on the spot. Immigration attorney Shannon, vice chair of the Chicago chapter of the American Immigration Lawyer Association, said lawyers are now revising their advice. People traveling to America needs to be prepared more than ever. The system has never been stricter and the mistakes this man made are still being made every single day. So what are the things that genuine tourists must know and what are the things that one should keep in mind? First thing is that always book a confirmed hotel in advance. Carry the booking confirmation printed out because if you say you are staying at a hotel, you should be able to prove it. Second thing is that You should always book a confirmed return flight with a specific date. This shows the officer that you have a clear plan to go back. Also, be completely honest and consistent with your answers. If you have family in America, say so. But also be clear about what your actual plans are. Tourism, visiting a specific trip. Do not say one thing and then say another. Carry your financial documents, bank statements, salary slips, evidence that you have a stable life in India that you are returning to. Also, understanding that your phone may be searched at a US port of entry. CBP has full legal authority to do this. So make sure your phone accurately reflects who you are and why you are visiting. If you are a genuine tourist, there is nothing to worry about. Now let's talk about the bigger picture. Now here is what all of this tells us about traveling to America in 2026. The rules have not changed. A visitor visa is for visiting, tourism, business, and seeing family. It is not for settling permanently. It is not for working. It has always been this way, but what has changed is the enforcement. The scrutiny, the enforcement, the technology. Officers now have access to more data than ever before. They can cross-check your answers, your documents, your legal footprint in seconds, not even in minutes, in seconds. So the best advice is very simple. If you are coming to America as a genuine visitor, be a genuine visitor. Prepare properly, be honest, be consistent, and you have nothing to worry about. I think I have said everything and I have warned you enough and I have told you everything that needs to be kept in mind while traveling to America. If you like this video, make sure you share this video with your friends, your family, and your known. For more such updates, stay tuned to Ecos Global.